Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Mr. Poke Games, or Poke if you prefer. This is going to be the start of episode 23. This is just going to be a clip, though it's a pretty significant one, so I knew I couldn't leave it out. I've been on the server for a while. Obviously, you know, got some stuff to change in my inventory. Killed the boss, that's how I got the Splash Plate and the Heat Rock. It was actually a mega... it wasn't a mega, it was an alpha, or the... It was the bigger form of Groudon, the primal version of Groudon, that's what it was. When I was in Desert Hills waiting to see if a Groudon would spawn. And instead, a boss spawned in. But anyway, we're starting this off. As you see, there's a shiny Bagon in front of me. I was using some of these. I'm obviously planning an episode around using these in the future. Believe me, I'm not just using them all off camera. But if something like this interesting does pop up, I am going to start up the video. I'm fumbling on my words here. I'm planning on doing a video on these in the future, but I was using a strong shiny lure, and a Bagon, shiny Bagon spawned in, and I knew I could not leave it be. Alright, so we're going to need to be very, very, very careful here. Yikes! That's a way to make me very concerned. If I knock this dude out, I'm going to hate everything. Alright. Hypnosis. Bagons actually don't have terrible catch rates. I was actually over here trying to see if I could find a, I don't have a lot of Pokeballs left. I was trying to see if I could find a shiny shiny Beldum. Dang. Alright, there we are. Let's see what we got on this guy. I just saw him there on the roof, and I was like, wait. Basically, I jump up and down from that platform and reset spawns. And right as I'd reset it, I turned around and saw him, and I was like, I can't leave that. As you can see, I've caught a few. Alright. Alright. Obviously, he got the good nature from my Abra there. Slash IVs. 2, please be good! Found it. Not bad. No, he's not bad. We can obviously give him caps and stuff. But that's another shiny to add to our roster here. Although there was one other shiny I did get offline, or off camera. It's not one that's particularly crazy, but it's the Roly-Coly that I have there. That's another shiny. I got this one off camera. So far, in this one location, we found 3 shinies. Rag'n'Rolla, we found the legitimate way without lures, and these 2 I found while using lures. I didn't do it for Roly-Coly because... Actually, I don't really have an excuse. I just didn't turn on the video because I was like, you know what? It's fine. If it's for that one, for something like a Bagon though, I need to throw it in there. I need to make a clip. I need to do something. Bagon is as a rare spawn as it is. So finding a shiny was a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal, especially with the decent nature. Now, as you can see, I'm still using my shiny lure here, just for a few seconds. This is gonna be the first part to episode 24. But I have no clue what exactly I'm going to be doing when I start up this episode, but at least for the moment, essentially what I do, so you guys see the process of how I found it and all that fun stuff, is I throw on the lure. I come up here, as you can see I have like little particles coming off me since I'm increasing the chance for shinies basically by double. And then after everything's spawned, if I don't like what's there, basically I hop down, I wait a minute or so. Some other stuff spawns around. Obviously, I may not catch every single shiny that spawns. Alright, chances are I am probably not going to spot everything. But I was very glad to catch that Bagon. That is probably not one we're going to get again. So, yeah. But I decided to do this on the off chance that I was able to find a shiny Beldum. Still doesn't look like we're having a lot of luck with that. I've had several, I mean, these, okay, well, you know, just casually fall off from lag. Beldum spawn around here. I mean, this is realistically the episode that I used to go hunt down Beldum. I mean, this is going to be where we're going. I'm just doing this off camera just because I was like, well, I wonder if I can get lucky enough for this to happen, and I was going to use basically the two shiny lures that I had left over, and I was going to save the rest for the episode. But I just figured I'd give it a shot. He's just like with legendaries, the chance of it actually happening is super low, especially since I don't have a shiny charm. So it's just playing against the odds, more or less. Also, I've used a few shiny lures, so don't think with each shiny lure you're guaranteed to find a shiny. You're not. That was luck. There was RNG involved. Let's see. Awesome. Okay, can I not, please? Alright, cool. Give it a few seconds. I don't want that to be active again until I'm up there, or ready to go up there. I'm gonna get one more try, and I'll bring you guys with me for that. It's gonna break here in a second. You guys will see a message in the chat. Got Beldums, but no shiny. Nothing shiny. Okay. It's worth a shot. Yep, and it just broke. Okay. Well, so that's how that works. Basically, I go around with that on me, and Pokemon that spawn in have an increased chance to have whatever it is. Oh, crap, I didn't put him back in my inventory, so I don't have a Lucario at the moment. Well, I guess that means I'll just be doing this. And I've just been hanging around on this platform for a while. This is also the platform you guys saw me come to for Marshadow, so I guess you can kind of say I've been AFKing for him, but not intentionally. There is a legendary spawn that is going to happen relatively soon, but I'm not planning on making this a video right now. I just wanted to make a clip for the Bagon, show you guys what I was doing, what I've been up to kind of thing. I do plan on doing a Beldum episode. By the way, I'm not going to probably do any more catching right now. All the ones that you saw in there, Beldums basically have the same catch rate as most legendaries, so I ate up a ton of our Pokeballs. What you see here is basically what we have left. So I'm going to have to do some grinding for that. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the clip, and I'll see you guys in the video in just a moment. Hello everybody, it's Mr. Poke Games, or Poke if you prefer. Welcome back to the Pixelmon Reborn server. This is going to be episode 23. We're starting things off here. We're actually in a trade. Let's go ahead and get this done. So 500 is... make sure nothing's left in there. Good. We're giving him 50,000. There we are. Alright, we're starting this episode off with a trade, just to show you guys... Oh, let's go back. Show you guys what exactly we're trading. He is giving me a Rotom, and I was going to give him $50. There we are. So we got the money there. He's got his thing. Let's go and ready up so this dude's not waiting forever. And let's go and confirm. He's going to get sent to my PC. Yep, parties for Rotom was sent to my PC. So, the reason I needed to throw this in the very beginning of the video is because, one, Rotom's a legendary, just making that clear. And he's, you get him through very odd means. It's kind of complicated. But in this case, this dude has been breeding Rotoms with Ditto like crazy and had a ton of them. So, I've been talking to him for basically almost, for a little bit. I don't want to say since the last episode ended, because it hasn't been but so long since I finished recording that. But, yeah, just in general, I was talking to him. Here, let's see if I can... As you can see, like, I was talking to him for a minute. Sway Spirit, the dude on the server who's a champion, or gold rank, sorry. There's still not a lot of people on, which I'm thankful for. It means if a legendary is going to spawn, it's a higher chance that it's on us. But I needed to make sure that I showed that, just because, you know... Rotom is technically a legendary, and I told you guys that I would try not to, if I can help it, acquire any, catch any, find any, acquire any, period, without me having recorded it. Obviously I didn't record the whole transaction thing there, but I mean, in general, I mean, I was talking to him for like a good half hour before he actually had everything together. Like, he's been breeding non-stop, so I wanted to take advantage of that. Also, we paid 50K for one. Apparently, they used to be like 150K for a Rotom, so I'm glad that the price has gone down. If you guys remember from last episode, we had like 250K, which means we're like 200K right now, which isn't too bad. It means we can afford to. We can buy an item for ourselves or for a legendary or whatever in the future if we need to. Let's see. Wasn't planning on starting the episode up, but I mean, in general, I feel like I've been saying that the past couple episodes. It's like I have stuff prepped, or sorry, I'm working on prepping stuff for episodes, and then a legendary spawns, or I'm like AFKing for a legendary, and I'm just like, okay, well, time to go, improvise mode. I think should throw that in there. Got a ton of chickens in here now. Got a handful not too long ago. Picked up all my berries. This is how we're looking on that front. If you guys remember before, I showed you guys how to craft the lures, and we kind of just I've been working on the farm a little bit when I've been able to. Let's see. Nah. We had our PC in our inventory, but I actually left it where we were before when I was doing something off camera. As you can see, we got some Beldums. Wonder Trade was very kind to us for that. Alright, we got our modest Rotom, just so you guys can see what this one looks like. Look at this dude. Look at him! He's so cool! He's so cool. He's a weird one. He is a weird one. But because we have this dude, because of everything that's happened recently, I'm probably going to be doing a breeding episode here coming soon. I would love to get their farm going. Probably be coming in the next few. So I got house building, got this, got the fishing episode I want to do. Gotta have a lot of stuff coming your way. 6 minutes. That is a Dusk and Dawn spawn. Dusk and Dawn? That sounds like a Dusk and Dawn. Okay, so it's going to be morning. Sorry, I felt sick for a second, so I stopped talking. Let's see. No clue what that was. Let's see what we got here. Are you synchronized as well? And you are synchronized, and one that I don't have. Just so you guys can see what I got here, I was able to get 2 Beldums off camera. One was acquired through Wonder Trade, and 2 I found by going back to the Mesa area. I wasn't really looking for one, but I did find one. This one, that's really trash. Beldum having a high special attack legitimately does nothing for them. They are attackers, you can definitely tell by their stats. I also found a Bagon while I was over there. GG! He got the Deoxys. Lucky. Lucky. Double chest full of oarsmen. This is one that I got that is actually pretty good. It's Lonely, which, yes, was courtesy of our Abra. He's enormous, which is good. He has Clear Body, which is the ability I'd want for him. So he's pretty good. His IVs, though, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, IVs too. I mean, he's decent attack IVs. Special attack IVs are trash, but that doesn't matter. Special defense is alright, and speed's okay. I mean, honestly, IVs can be fixed. We can just bottle cap him. So, I mean, I'm leaving him down here as kind of a maybe. Like, same with the Bagon, like, that's decent. He's huge, just like the one we have now. And he's decent. Oh, wait, crap. It's, oh, man, it's I've been wasting too much time. There wasn't that much time before the legendary has a chance to spawn. Well, it's only supposed to have a 1 in 48 chance when pulling out a stack. Interesting. I actually didn't know that. We're going to stay here in the Desert Hills, hoping that, but it's more like a 1 in 1024 season. Well, that makes me feel a little bit worse of the fact that I didn't get the Meltan that time, and I got a Ditto instead, but we got a Ditto, so I also really can't complain. We're going to wait up here, hoping that Groudon spawns in us, and if it does, that'll be probably the best way we can start this episode, to be completely honest. Don't know if we'll be that lucky, but, you know, it's worth a shot. It's always worth a shot. They said it's not going to be Dusk and Dawn, so I'll have faith in that, and just be waiting here until shortly after the clock runs through. It's going to be really close. If it was going to be a Dusk and Dawn, it would be stupid close on the marker. It's sunny, which means that it has chance. Come on! Give me Groudon. Give me Groudon. 6 minutes, man. We'll wait over here till 2 minutes past. We'll go from there. You know what I wouldn't give for like a giant Groudon, which would I think giant would be the largest one that could spawn on us. Either that or just a runt. Just a tiny Groudon. Either a tiny Groudon or a humongous Groudon. Because I think it goes ordinary, huge, enormous, giant, and then gigantic, but you can't get a gigantic legendary without a token. Because normally you'd breed to get gigantic or breed to get microscopic, but you can't really get that on legendaries without a token. Let's see. Also, we have keys to use this episode. I have 5 quest keys to use. If you guys remember, we don't have 6 because the fairy gym decided to bug out on us, and I've been talking to admins about that, so hopefully... I mean, it's something that's been reported by a lot of different people, so it's apparently an issue that they know of. So we'll see how long it takes before it's actually completely fixed. It's probably just a bug with the mod pack in itself and just gameplay. It's not probably... It probably has to do with fundamental things of the mod pack, so I'm sure it's not an easy fix if there even is a fix for it. But it apparently has already been it had already been reported though, so it's working its way through the grapevine, so to speak. Let's see. Almost 26 minutes. All right. Let's go ahead and put that on the timer. Alright, let's go to spawn. Whoop. Got our tour. Let's go over here. Gotta wait a little longer before we can do our kits. Let's see. Well, I make this a bet every single time, but I'm going to continue doing it. If we are able to get a quest or our red chain, ruby red chain off of this, then I will use a donor key. That is what I say, and when it's the day that it happens, I'll do it. But we just don't have that luck. Oh, you guys saw that? You were so close. It stopped right on it. That's funny. Got a water stone, alright. Sunstone. That's a different one. Don't have but so many of those. Destiny Knot. Alright. That's another one of those. Now we have one key left. Yeah, we're definitely not getting it this time around. Ha! But it was worth a shot. Duskstone! That's different. Can't hate on that. Alright, that's not too bad. Could have been much, much, much worse. Honestly, that might be what I save my donor keys for, the days that we get, like, exceptionally rare items from the quest key. Like, there are 3, in case you're wondering, like, dude, that's such low odds for you to use that then. Well, it's like, no, it's not, because there's other legendary items. There's the 2 bells that are in there for Ho-Oh and Lugia, and then there is also the red chain, which we need for our Palkia, Dialga, or Giratina. Now, let's go over here. Put away our stones. Put that right there, actually. Put that right there. And put away the water stone. Awesome. Got that away. Now I have 2 Destiny Knots. Awesome. We're going to need plenty of Destiny Knots for all of the breeding that we're planning on doing in the future. Let's see. Let's see. Alright. Well, we still have a fair bit of time. Yeah, we got 20 minutes. Ish. 23 minutes. So it's going to be a day spawn, but we have a large chunk of time. We're actually not doing too great on Pokeballs at the moment. Probably, I said this a few episodes ago, but in the very near future, we're going to need to make another, mining episode. Just because of the fact that, because we're not doing so hot on all these materials, we're definitely going to need to do some more mining. Also for the chance to get Meltan, if nothing else, the chance to spawn a Meltan, because we're going to need that for our we're going to need that Dex entry. Both him and his evolution. Let's see. Apparently I just had some crazy luck when I got a Meltan before, though, because it's some stupid rates. Some absolutely stupid rates. Let's drop down. There we are. This armor really is amazing. The fact that we can't take fall damage and can do crap like that is a little nuts. But definitely is appreciated, I'll say that much. I gotta say, I really do enjoy the fact that I can just sit here and I'm gonna make this a huge cluster of chickens. Maybe one day the admins will come over and kill them all, for all I know. But for now, they're staying where they're at. Let's see, I got plenty of, or I'm starting to stock up on all these berries. Which means in the very near future, not immediately, probably next couple episodes will probably be when we have a lure hunting episode. We just grab some shiny lures and then grab some lures for Pokemon that I'm trying to find, and we'll go from there. I don't want to go but so far because of the timer. Honestly, if not for that, You know what we can do? I've been stocking these up. I've had them on me for episodes. Episodes plural. Like, I've had them on me for several now. Probably for like the past 4 or 5. But I have these Eye of Enders made for to find a stronghold. That would not be a bad way to spend the episode. Let's see. Let's go up here. Let's see which direction we're supposed to go. Interesting. See, there's a trick to them. They get worn out and they'll disappear eventually. But what we can do, because we can't go into the end, guys. We can't go into the end. Like, there's no reason for us to try that. But now I know I need to go in that direction. Next time I toss that, if I'm over at my house, I can toss it again and just see where I need to go. But do I have a Sandicon? No, I'm pretty sure I do. I'm going to go ahead and cut the recording because I want to wait until the next legendary spawn before I leave this area. To be completely honest. I mean, how long do we have? 16 minutes. Actually, you know what? No, let's go over to our home. I'm not going to cut it. Let's go ahead and just do this. It's just the last 5 minutes or so. I'm going to need to... Or actually, no, I cut 2 minutes off. So I guess when it's at 3 minutes or so, I'll cut it and we'll go from there. Let's throw it now. Oh. It's still going off in this direction. Alright. Interesting, interesting. And then wherever we end up, we'll go ahead and just mark on our map. Let's go ahead. In normal Minecraft, you can't do this. Not without creative or an elytra. But let's just fly. Fly a ways in this direction. I'm sure most of the strongholds on the server have been looted. But I thought it'd be a pretty fun idea for an episode to see if we could find one, see if it was left unlooted and or if there was loot to get. Because I'm sure admins would have to preside over that to some degree. And just refill stuff, or maybe not refill, but I mean loot on the server in general. That way everybody had a fair opportunity at it, or maybe not. I could be very wrong. But let's go ahead and just stop here, because we've flown a decent distance away. If you were walking this distance in Minecraft, that'd be a huge distance. But let's give it a few seconds to load, and then give it a shot. Alright, it's not gone yet. This Eye of Ender is really sticking it through. Generally, they only have like 2 or 3 throws in them, but sometimes longer. Sometimes it just... I think it's like a percentage chance, and then every time you use it, it increases. The fact that whether or not it destroys itself, that's what I mean. Let's see. It's a jungle. I didn't know there was a jungle over here. Jungle Hills. I didn't know there was a jungle over here, to be honest. Huh. I mean, the only jungle that really matters is Jungle M, but still, that's a good little bit to know. Let's see where this goes. Still off in this direction. How are we doing on time? Still got plenty of time. Good. I could have just looked and saw that it said sunset, but at the same time, in my mind, all I'm thinking is better safe than sorry, and I'm trying to keep track of it. Legitimately, we've done a very good job of, we've had very good luck with legendaries, alright? I cannot say that we haven't. We've had very good luck with legendaries. But it doesn't mean that I'm not still seeking some out and not still working on stuff. Okay. Let's stop here. Oh yeah, items float on the surface, don't they? It didn't delete. And I know this is the direction, so we just gotta remember towards the left of the moon. If I can get down here without drowning. There we are. Yeah, we're just gonna start drowning casually, you know. Let's not drown, please. That would suck. Oh man, that was almost very bad. Alright, let's go ahead in this direction. Alright, let's see where we're at now. Because as much as I want to keep flying around looking for this, I'm also kind of aware that this could be very tricky. Oh, still off in this direction. Still didn't break, man! Either they made it so that it doesn't break, or I'm just having stupid luck. Like, actually stupid luck. Let's go ahead and go over here. I'm gonna fly for a little bit. Obviously, you can tell this area is a little undiscovered to us, but at the same time, it's for a normal Minecraft world. You'd be going forever. Jeez. Still, even still. All right. Alright, I'm trying to be cautious because it's like we keep going and we keep going and we keep going. But it's telling us to keep going. Sure. I'll listen. Yep. Just gonna fly for a little while. Not too far, but at least until I feel like it's a good enough distance because we keep stopping. I want to keep stopping every so often because eventually we're going to get to a point where we have to turn around. And I don't want to make it such a large margin of error, you know? Holy crap. Well, loading in the oceans is laggy my game. As soon as we find our next shore, we're gonna start looking again. Crap. Yep, that's perfect timing. Let's just stop here. As our game decides to just lag itself. There we are. We're a ways away. Look at that. We're a ways away from our base. And that's why I didn't want to go too far. Look at that. Gosh darn it. It goes down in the water so quickly that it's just... Okay. Come on. I can make it. I can make it. Dying right now would really suck. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to take this armor off. As much as I like it, as good as it is to us, put on this armor. Our original set. I don't think we have any water types we can ride at them. Actually, yes we do. I don't have a PC on me though. Son of a gun. Alright. It's fun. What we'll do is, let's go ahead and grab we're going to use a specific tool for this. One of our diamond shovels. We don't have Depth Strider anymore. It is a shame. But having water breathing is definitely far more useful to us in the long run. Alright. Now we should be able to build up our way to the surface to check where exactly we're at. What I think I want to do, because we have a little bit of time, right? Yeah. We have a bit of time. So we need to go back in this direction. Fly back. Oh no. Right about there. And we'll start looking from here. So what I'll do is place this down here. Can we not lag like crazy though, please? Thank you. My goodness. I know it's lagging because it's having to spawn in all these Pokemon, but still though. Also it's because we're placing sand and it's having to drop down and all of that. But let's go ahead and figure out where we're at. Still going back. That's fun. Alright, let's figure out exactly how much farther though. We still have so many Eyes of Ender left over that honestly, I'm not sweating it, but so much. Let's just go to right about there. Interesting. Cave entrance right there. I'll take that as a good sign. Still though. Oh, that time it broke. Alright. So what we'll do, what we're going to do is let's do slash, or let's add a waypoint here. New. Stronghold. And we'll kind of go from here after we finish, because we've marked the point in our map. We're standing on it right now. We're going to go back to our home. Now that we know where this is, all we got to know as far as like direction and everything is that we just need to look towards our base and then continue to go in that direction. That's all we need to remember. And let's go over here. Let's see. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and wait back at our base, go back to Desert Hills, and I guess wait on the Groudon spawn. Will kind of be where I'm at. But, and then after I get over there, I'll probably pause the video until afterwards, because if we're doing this and the Stronghold this episode, it could take quite a while. Quite a while. If nothing happens with the Groudon, then I'll cut back at the Stronghold. If a Groudon does spawn, because, you know, I'm so absurdly lucky that it decides to pity me, then we'll go from there. And we'll catch the Groudon, and we'll move forward. But, let's see. If we come over here. Man. Huh. Alrighty then. There we are. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut the recording, and we'll be back in just a snap. Welcome back, everybody. Alright, we're kind of going into the thick of it immediately. So, the legendary spawn failed. That's fine. It allows us to a bit more time. Let's pick that back up. Thank you. Just keep working on this. I used another one of the Eye of Enders to see if we could track it down. It broke immediately, actually, so that means we were just legitimately getting unbelievably lucky with the first one that we had. We'll continue to move in this direction until we can track something down. Make my way over here. Yep. Still going in this direction. See, that one didn't break. Can I not pick it up? Excuse me? It's like I was there, but it didn't want to drop there. That's fun. Flew back out here. We're going to see how much progress we can make as far as tracking down exactly where this is at. And then head back for the next spawn count. Let's see. Depending on how long this takes, though. This may make this into a two-part thing. Let's stop right here. Because we know we're getting stupid close now. I think this is it right here. I think this is it right here. I don't want to have to keep using these, but it's not like we can use these on the Ender Portal anyway, so it's better to... Oh, okay, never mind. We're still going in this direction, that's fine. Web pod. Lag! Can we not, please? Can we really not? Got a shelter. Got some stuff that's fun on the beach there. Alright, we're gonna run off in this direction. Let's see where we're at now. I was about to say, please don't break, because we've had 2 break on us now. Let's keep going. I am glad that we're back on land, though. Actually, what I should be doing, if we're not in the water, then there's no reason to have our Waterstone armor on. Much better off with our Dawnstone stuff on. Let's see how far this goes. We finally went too far. Jeez. Now we finally started to narrow down the location. My goodness, we're finally getting there. Alright, let's see. Come over here. Don't break. Good. What is this one? Grappa berry. I'm pretty sure I already have one of those. But I'll pick it up. Yep. That means we're pretty much on the spawn now. I had no clue where that went. Oh, it's a Darkrai night. Interesting. Too bad it's going to be a daytime spawn for the legendary. Alright. But I would not have given to have a Darkrai tonight. Oh! I think somebody might have beaten us to the punch here. Remove new stronghold. I was like, I wonder why these keep disappearing. It's because they're probably literally going into the ground. So I was like, I'm not that blind, but at the same time. I spy. Yep. I think somebody might have looted all these already. We'll hang around over here. See what we can track down. Lag? Excuse me, please stop. Okay. Yeah, chest, this has definitely probably been looted completely in its entirety. That's a shame. That is a shame. Yep. Somebody put iron doors in there. And this is a good thing, though, because now we can, I have to have somebody claim this whole thing. Let's grab this. Put this back up. Get plenty of books, saves us a ton of leather. Then that means all we're going to need is wood for the next enchant room. That's good. I don't mind doing this at all. Honestly, this is one of the first places I usually go when I'm on a server, just so I can get, whether it's a normal survival world or whatever, just because the books. It saves you so much time. Honestly, if I had thought about this, I probably would have come here first instead of trying to build a sugarcane farm. Just immediately worked to come over here. But, you know, it's fine. Different things at different times. Interesting. I do hope we can find a single chest that hasn't been touched. Can we... Nope. Yeah, this place has been looted pretty thoroughly. That's a shame. Alright, we're going to try and find another stronghold here then at some point, but because there's definitely, there can be more than one on a server. So, but this one's definitely been completely taken care of. That is a real shame. It's a real shame. Alright, let's go ahead. We don't have that much time left. Yeah, we don't. So let's go back home. This one's been looted. I'm not sweating it, but so much. It was good that we went and found one and that we kind of got used to that, but this particular search has ended in failure. It happens. Especially on a public server like this. Had this not been a public server, holy crap, that could have had some good stuff for us in it. But it's fine. Honestly, half expected it to already be looted. We can always try going and looking for another one. And I'll probably try doing that. Well, there is one place I would like to go. We go back to... Aha. Who's on? Who's on? Sway, got everybody else. Alright, cool. We're gonna go and head over here and see if Groudon will spawn for us. I think 50k for Magnezone and the Accelerator. Dang. Not paying for the Legendary, just paying to dex it. I mean, I could do that. I could just pay money to dex Legendaries, but I would like to catch them myself if possible, or at the very least trade for them. I'm gonna waste my Master Ball at that situation. Yeah, I mean, it happens, man. It happens. You don't always use it on ones that you want to get there. Let's drop down. There we are. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut it once again, just because otherwise these bits just take too long. I'm literally just sitting here waiting. So, I'll be back in just a second, guys. See you guys all in a moment. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. Sorry about that. Let's just check one thing. Oh, I can do /kit through my kits now, can't I? Yep, just past that point. So /kit daily, and then /kit bronze. Funny how I think about that just as I start back up the recording. Let's go and start back up. Oh, I have a extra. No, that's fine. I can organize that into my stuff. Actually, I can go and deal with that now. So put that up there. I can switch that out for that. I'm actually going to save the Dream Balls. I have a special idea for how I can use those. So what I did, because the just making sure we were at a different place, or trying to see if there was anything we could catch at the moment. That was spawning around us. But just to give you a general idea as far as what I'm doing, the stronghold over by the base over there was completely and utterly just ravaged for whatever it had. But I mean, I flew over to our Cosmog spawn, which is at a whole other side of the map. Like, we're not even heading towards where the other one was, which means this will be a completely different one. I'm going to see if I can find a second stronghold, and if I can, then just loot that. That means this will probably end up being a two-parter. Just so you have a general idea as far as where I'm at. Wait till it stops lagging me. Holy crap. Our base is about 7,000 blocks that way, which means wherever we're going... Yep, still going this way. Wherever we're going is in a whole other direction, and therefore is a whole other stronghold. No clue how far away it's going to be, or if it's been looted. But if it hasn't been looted, then we are going to use and abuse it. If it is... it is a day spawn. Alright. So we're watching the next legendary timer. After the next legendary timer, I'll probably end things off, and this will probably end up becoming a two-parter, because I would like to fully explore a stronghold. Oh, dude, I really hope it's a Groudon. I've been waiting so long. I've actually been on before, and there was a Groudon that spawned in Desert Hills as I was heading over in that direction. I was a little upset, a little sad. If it's a shiny Groudon, dude, that would be some memories. One of the first legendaries that I had was in my Emerald was a shiny Groudon, and it was one of my proudest moments. I still have him. I think he's in Pokemon Bank now because of all the new stuff they have now, but he's definitely one of my favorite Pokemon that I have. Let's see. Not great stat-wise, but awesome. I think. Huh, we're actually in the Desert Hills right now. That's kind of funny. Could always try hanging around here. Nah, not going to do that to you guys, though. We're going to keep moving forward. If there's a desert around us when the timer does get low, though, I may hang around, but I'll alt to both of you. People using alt accounts. Would it be me? Okay. Let's see. Because basically the more people you have in a particular biome, the higher the percentage chances for that legendary to spawn. It doesn't mean it can't spawn if you're the only one in there. It just, or it also depends how many people are on the server, and there's definitely a lot more than there was. But just increases the chance that it'll happen. I think this is a, for the most part, an unlooted part of the map, which says a lot. No, never mind. Not as unlooted as I would have liked. Which means this area might still be 76. Holy crap, lag. Did you not? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take on the gym leader. I said gym leader. We're gonna go right over here and we're gonna go and fight this dude real fast. Excuse me, have an extra minute, and that was actually extremely fast. And there's a Shinx. Hello, buddy. You're not one of the hunt guys, are you? I don't think you are. No, you're not. Lapras. That'd be an interesting one to find. Axew, though. Axew's one that can... Oh! Haha! Austin would be so pissed. What is, which, Dragapults. Pulse. I have no clue what this dude's stats are like, because I've used him in Sword and Shield, but I forget whether you want him to have a higher attack or a higher special attack. A higher attack. Okay, okay, okay. We're good, we're good, we're good. The guy we have on right now is good. Let's go ahead and throw out a Tyranitar. We're just gonna go for a quick ball in the very beginning. Did we really get him with a quick ball? Ah, man, that would have been nice. I was about to say, did we really get that lucky? And if so, nice. I mean, I would like to use Dragon Breath, but I feel like that would knock him out instantly. Dang it, he avoided it. Is this move too strong? No, it's not. It's not too strong, but it's also, you know, not weak. Alright, Dust Ball, because it's nighttime. We are going to need to craft Pokeball soon, guys. We are going to need to craft some. There we are. We got him. Awesome. Thankfully, that wasn't but so painful. Giraffe Rig. You are very creepy looking, but at the same time, I do still need to catch you. Giraffe Rig does not have any evolutions, so if we catch it, we're done with that particular one. Shouldn't be too hard, actually. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, he's not a very rare Pokemon or anything like that. Maybe he's finicky in Pixelmon, but he shouldn't be. He didn't prove to be much of a problem, but I just wouldn't have expected him to have been a problem. Got deserts. We're gonna hug the desert line until we can't. Gen 6 barely have any more Pokemon, and Gen 7 is not the most loaded dex either. Savannah Plateau. Interesting. Desert Hills. We could just hang around here, to be honest. That way we were staying close to everything. Oh, it's still going off in this direction. You know what? I think I'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off, guys. Or not end the video. But I'm going to go ahead and do a cut. And I'll cut back as soon as either the Legendary does spawn or doesn't. And that way we can just focus on the Stronghold. Be back in just a second, guys. Alrighty, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, there's something in the background. Let's go ahead and get this rolling here. Legendary did spawn in, but it was actually a Uxie. just pretty good. Excuse me. It means that had we chosen to go for one of the Lake Trio, we possibly could have gotten it, but it's fine. I had 6 accounts on Verizion. Jeez, man. Seriously, I don't have a comment for that. Not a good comment, at least. Fly for a little bit. Let's see about where we're at now. Alright, so if we come over here... I just realized my game sound isn't on at all. I turned it off again. I'm sorry about that. You guys have been completely out here just without any game volume whatsoever. Apologize about that. Yep, still going. Awesome. Alright, so we just need to fly off in this direction. I got a general timer for when the next legendary is supposed to spawn, and I'm going to keep my eye on that, but at least for the moment, we're going to continue working towards the stronghold. Also, it's going to be another daytime spawn, so we are going to try and go for Groudon again. I know I talked about Lake Trio, and I do want the Lake Trio, but... Okay, could you not, game? I do want the Lake Trio, but at the same time... Okay, we're still going in this direction. Did I off by 1 or 2 or something? It's still there in one piece. We're going above the water now, so I'm going to throw that armor back on, at least for the moment. Interesting. If I do that, and then unblock it again, now it should be an open space. There we are, finally. Sorry, I really want to find where this the Ender Eye ended up, and I can't really see down here, so hopefully that'll help us a little bit. And if we lost it, so be it, but... It didn't break up and split off. Like, we're running really low on Eye of Ender, so I was hoping to not have to worry about it. Huh. Man, they're talking about all the stuff for the legendaries. I would like to get some myself, but I'm not quite at that point. Oh crap, it was right here the whole time. I was going all the way down there looking for it. Ha! Well, I feel a little stupid, but it's fine. We know generally where we need to go. We need to go off in that direction. Let's go ahead and toss out that. Right there. I'll actually move the tools over. We'll keep the shovel on us. We're probably not going to need the axe, though. I just kind of move it all there. There we are. Awesome. And since now we know where we still need to go in that direction, let's go ahead and get going here. Get back to rowing. Like, I have no clue how far away this stronghold is. And it's very possible, I mean, if this one's looted too, then I might give up. Just because it is a server, and it's... I did start relatively when it went live, but I mean, it's still more than... It's very likely that whatever was on here stronghold-wise has already been looted. Alright, let's not glitch that out. Hey, look, another Desert Hills. Interesting. Alright, let's see if we're still going off in that direction. Yes, we are! Wow! Ha! That time it broke. Alright. We have 2 more. So we're going to have to be very sparing with these. I'd like to use the last 2 when we turn back. So, what I'll do, how are we doing on time? We got about 10 minutes left. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a small cut once again until the next legendary spawn happens, and then we'll move forward. Because I was going to teleport back to spawn. Actually, if this is a full desert, I may not need to. Alright. Well, then I'll just fly over the desert. Or I guess there is it was just an island. Can I go up, please? Guess I wasn't so lucky. It's like I want to use it and I want to test it, but at the same time, I have no way of knowing if that's... Alright, let's just keep going. Alright, maybe I should do a cut until I find something. You know what? I didn't even try and go in the water, and that's super frickin' annoying, is the fact that it just made me go down. Sure. Not frustrating at all. Jeez. Alright, Oh. Depth Strider, come on. Actually, that's gonna come in handy for us here. So we're heading back in this direction. We're finally going backwards. Oh my goodness, that took a minute. It means you might have come across one that hasn't been looted. Because I doubt that many people would go to one that was in the middle of the water. Or really, I'm looking for them. Because you can't go to the Ender, you can't go to the Nether. So people are far less motivated to go search for strongholds and stuff. Alright, let's come over here. Alright, so what we're going to do is I want to check something, but before I do, can I grab these, please? Thank you. Alright, so what I'm doing is this is basically letting me know that this is the point that I was at and that's the direction to go. So still need to go forward. I don't know if that is a... How much longer do I have? I have 5 minutes. Is that a desert hills? It's probably just a beach, to be completely honest. But it's good to be optimistic. Let me go ahead and mark that space. Otherwise, I'm going to regret not doing that. Can I, like, not glitch out, please? Thank you. My goodness. Alright. Well, we were right by a desert, so let's go ahead and mark our location. Let's go and do Stronghold 2. Green, hoping that it gives us luck. Alright. So that's actually where the other one was. Let's go ahead and fly over here, and we'll see if we can find Desert Tails really fast. We have a few minutes. So I'll hope that we get lucky enough to find one. This is probably Desert Hills. Yep. And now we're just gonna wait. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a cut. Wait, let's see what they said in here real fast, just to see one. Jeez. Alrighty. Alright, well, I'm going to go and do a cut, guys. I'll cut it back as soon as either something happens or it doesn't happen. Then I'll be back in just a second, guys. Alright, everybody, we are back. Sorry about that. So I basically waited for Legendary to spawn. He didn't spawn. The next timer is up, though, and it's actually going to be a nighttime spawn this time around. So, which means we don't really need to worry about it. Alright, we're going to stop here. And watch where this goes. Whoop! Well, okay then. Frame drops. That's apparently what we're getting. Is that... Oh, that's chunk loading. That's not somebody digging down there. Or is it? Oh, it's right here. Well, apparently I think we found it, but I think it's been looted. Man, why can't we find one that's just not looted? I mean, I could always load up a single player world and show you guys the kind of loot you can get, but... Oh no. I was hoping to be able to show this, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to. I mean, if I can find one chest that's not looted, it means there's a chance. I don't know what's up with this place. It's basically been trashed. Well, it was possible for us to find the bells for Lugia and Ho-Oh by going in here into a stronghold and looking around. But it looks as though this place has already been looted. Unfortunately. Alright, let's get you out of there. Did not mean to throw him out. I mean, that's been explored. Let's go down. we'll walk around here a little bit and we'll see if we can find anything. If not, then we're just going to assume it's completely done. Unfortunately, I tried to see if we could find something, but it's on a server, so it just meant it got looted. People probably went for these right off the bat because of the legendary items. If I'd known about it, I probably would have gone for it day one as well. So I can't say that I blame them. I guess nobody's really been over here since they looted it because all these blocks are still broken. I don't know why, like, it's like the ends of the tunnels are completely busted. Don't know what exactly they were looking for. Let's go back up. Full door. Yeah, you're just a normal one. Yep, and there's really not much more to this particular one. Interesting. What is with all the doors? Jeez. Can you not? I know I'm just gonna break the door. Would have freaking pissed me off. Lag! I hate it so much! Stop it! So freaking frustrating. There we are. Holy crap. Something happened there. Take my way around here. Oh, that's a silverfish one. I guess I could go mining, so the trip won't be a waste, but at the same time, I don't think I need to do that right now. Can you seriously not lag right now? It's just a bit tedious. Let me just word it like that. Alright, let's go over here. Huh. I would love to go on a mining run right now, but at the same time, I don't really have the inventory space or really want to do a huge mining run. We obviously found the new stronghold, so I'm going to go ahead and mark it on the map. Stronghold 2. And make it blue. And delete this one. Turn that one off, and turn the other one off as well, because apparently we found 2 strongholds, but they've both been looted completely in their entirety. So, unfortunately, not exactly what I would have liked to have learned about these locations, but it could have been, well, actually, no, it couldn't be much worse than that, but we will continue to try, and there's 1 or 2 other locations that I think I'd like to try and find as well. I'm definitely not done with Eye of Enders yet. I mean, honestly, if I try and find 1 more and I'm able to find 1 more and that one's been looted as well, then I probably will give up. But at least for the moment, I'm not sweating up it so much. Because there's still ways for us to get items, that's just a loophole. That's the best way to phrase that. It's just a loophole in the system to get items. Like the bells for Lugia and Ho-Oh and all of that. Let's go ahead and some crash towel. I'll just put it on there. Got some more rare candies. Let's toss them in here. Let's go and put our armor away. Will not lag for a few seconds. Perfect. Put our axe away. Put that right there. Alright, I think we're good. Okay. How are we doing on the timer? Yeah, we got quite a while. I don't think we're going to encounter anything else this episode, so I'm going to go ahead and end things off here. It was a pretty productive episode. You guys got to see me run around. I mean, we tried finding another legendary this time around, but considering our luck before, I really can't complain. We got to go try and find 2 strongholds, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, well, we did find both. We did find 2, but both of them have been looted, unfortunately. Like I said, it's just a problem that comes with servers. It's literally with the territory. I can't really complain about it. It's first come, first serve for the loot on the server. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.